So Snoop Dogg said that he didn't think this was appropriate, essentially, for his grandkids to see this gay couple in the new Pixar movie, Lightyear. And he doesn't think that they should be exposed to that so early. What's the problem with that? I want to say a reminder that I was raised in a very conservative Christian household. I was raised in the Pentecostal church. I wasn't allowed to wear pants in church or nail polish or makeup. And I was raised very conservative. I even went to a Southern Baptist university. And I am obviously not those things now, but it was really important. And that was important to my family. Faith was a big deal. And so that's important to note because I was also raised around a couple that my mom worked with, Wendy and Kim. Wendy was a nurse in her unit for the Army, and Kim was her wife. And I knew Wendy and Kim from the time I was 8 until now. I've known them my entire life. And it broke my heart when they got a divorce when I was in my 30s. But I didn't think anything about it. It didn't turn me gay. I'm quite straight and I love my husband to pieces. I didn't have a crisis of like, oh my God, am I gay because of Wendy and Kim? No, you know what it did? It normalized it. There was no discussion about if this is right or wrong. There was no discussion about if God is okay with this. My mom left that to church. And you know what it meant? It meant that I grew up to be a huge ally before I even knew what that was. Because to me, Wendy and Kim being married was just normal because they were just normal people. They went to work, they cooked dinner, they had barbecues over at their house. They weren't doing anything sexy around me. Just like most adult couples aren't doing sexy stuff in front of kids either. So why people think anything dirty about that is beyond me because kids don't immediately go to dirty things. And I absolutely did not think anything dirty about them. I just thought they were a married couple. And guess what? We did the same for my daughter. My daughter has no idea that same-sex couples are anything other than normal. We've never presented it to her that way. We've never made this huge sensationalism thing around it because they are just boring, regular couples. It's just normal. Some people are people who are attracted to the opposite sex. And some people are people who are attracted to the same sex. And some people are attracted to both. And some people don't identify with any gender whatsoever. And guess what? All of that is just normal. And when we present it to our daughter that way, there's no question. There's no like, ooh, that's taboo. Why? Because that's just normal. And that's what's really important. It's the language that we use when we talk to our children about these things. It's the way that we present them. It's our nonverbal communication. There's nothing unique or special or weird about it. And we don't have to make it that way. It's our reaction to that. When you present it to children, as they have done in this beautiful Pixar film, it's just presented that that is just normal because it is, then that's what happens. What's more important about this is not about how you feel about it. Because honestly, it's not for you, Snoop Dogg. It's actually for your grandkids. And it's because one of your grandkids might be gay. They might be trans. They might be bi. They might be gender neutral. And if they are, this film shows them that that's okay. And that's way more important than how Snoop Dogg feels about it. Because it is important that all of our children know that they are loved and valued regardless of what they are. Nobody ostracized me because I was straight. But they did pick on the fact that I had weird hair or that I have a funny last name, or that my parents got divorced, or that we were poor. And the many things that we can decrease for kids to be bullied or picked on or feel ostracized about, the better we make it for everybody. Because kids grow up to be adults, and children who are loved and valued and understand that they're okay, it's really important. And for a child who is gay or trans or bi and sees themselves reflected on the screen, knows that it's okay for them to be themselves. And then we decrease the likelihood of them potentially taking their lives, which sadly a large number of LGBTQ plus youth do. They do because they are ostracized. They are made to be seen as other. They are made to be seen as weird or different. And the truth is, they're not. They're just as normal as we are. And that is why this movie is so important. And I would think that a person who understands what it's like to be ostracized, to be the other. If you are African American in this country, you know you're different. We are not the majority population. And to be raised in a neighborhood that has also been not considered, affluent, and to be looked down, and to make your career on something that the world has frowned upon. The majority of the people in the world have frowned upon smoking weed from when he came out and said this was a big deal. Like, he was all about getting high. And the world has slowly come around to that being okay, but that's also been pretty taboo, sir. And being able to feel comfortable in your own skin, that's what that's about. So, did I turn gay from being exposed to gay couples as a child? No. Has my daughter decided she is? No, but she's still young, so who knows? We will love her no matter what she chooses to be or who she chooses to love or whatever. That's our kid. But giving children the opportunity to see all different types of people in all different walks of life allows them to have empathy and to love people and to celebrate who they are and the unique differences in every individual and why those are special and different. So it's important that we communicate well and share these kinds of things with our kids, and that the way that we talk about them to our children is that it's just normal and everybody deserves to love and be loved. Period.